I definitely liked what I saw in the joint for sure. I was pleased with the physicality, the effort, the energy, a lot of the execution as well. Definitely think there was a ton to continue to clean up, obviously, and don't play here for a while, but it was a step in the right direction when you are looking at maybe not necessarily milestones within camp, but all right, good moments that we can draw on. That's like, all right, hey, yeah, that is our brand of football on display against another quality opponent.
With Josh Cameron and C.J. Williams, they just continue to produce for you. What'd you see out of them tonight? And are they getting to a point where they're earning your trust a little bit more?
I definitely can see that for sure. The guys, they're such pros in terms of their process already in a lot of ways. Not a lot to learn, no question. But in terms of like showing up early, leaving late, doing more, doing extra, being locked into the details, understanding how to walk through in some of the walkthrough settings, and then coming out in the lights and making plays, actually. And so really good to see Josh make a one-on-one op that we've seen in practice a number of times. Nick gave him a good opportunity. CJ continuing to be steady. And so those guys are earning trust for sure. They're going to continue to earn more.
How comforting is it to have a guy like Amir Abdullah when you have LeQuint? You don't know when he's going to be back. Yeah,
I thought he definitely showed up tonight. It's kind of what we've all been seeing in a lot of ways in practice. And, you talk about a pro's pro and a guy that just does everything right. One of the first guys in the building with Parker and takes care of himself, treats himself the right way in terms of his body and getting his mind right for practice every day, and then was able to show up tonight and obviously look a little bit better than everybody else in a lot of ways.
And Jacoby had, I don't know, something on his wrist or something like that, thumb like that. Is he going to be able to go this week in the joint practices? Or?
We'll have to see. Kind of jammed it, so we'll have to see where it's at when we get to Tuesday, and just kind of see. I don't want to push it too much.
Coach, on the opposite end of the experience spectrum from Amir, it's a second straight game that Trevor Pena's led your receiving corps in terms of yards and receptions. Another guy who's making it difficult for you in what seems to be crowded rooms as far as decisions go, it looks like.
Yeah, proud of Pena again. Just continues to make plays, be in the right spot at the right time. I think him and Joey have a natural little connection from working together, obviously, in a lot of these settings in practice. And I thought Michael Wortham did some nice things as well tonight. He's kind of been flashing a little bit. Got a lot of reps in the joint the other day as well, and didn't flinch, didn't blink. And so those guys are going to continue to make it hard. And whether it's for the Jacksonville Jaguars, whether it's for some other team, they're putting it on tape. Like they're doing their part. They're doing what we're asking them to do and giving themselves opportunities to play in the NFL.
You talked this week about trusting Nick. How'd you think he did early?
Nick, yeah, I thought he did some good things. They had not all their starters in, but they did have some. And I thought he was on time, in rhythm, getting the ball out. I thought we catch the choice down at the goal line. I mean, we're going to be 7-7 at that point, right? And, I thought Nick did a nice job. I thought they protected well when Nick was in as well early on, and kind of got a little tired later on. But for the most part, I thought we protected fairly well as well.
Hey, Liam, 2 parts on Cole Vanlan. And when he does get back into teamwork, will it be at right tackle?
Yeah.
And then what's the ramp up for him over the next 4 or 5 days so he continues making steps forward?
Yeah, a lot of indie work. He'll get a ton of indie. A lot of that, not necessarily 11 on 11 yet in those settings. Get him some extra work on the side. He'll do a lot with the offensive line and an individual, and some of that. We'll be able to do some more of the walkthrough settings to get more of the mental reps. And then when he can't go in some of the team periods, go with the strength and conditioning staff still and continue to work on that conditioning. Obviously, look forward to getting him into some of these team drills here soon.
2 more. Thoughts on the running back situation? I know last week Taylor got a lot of the carries against New Orleans.
Yeah.
Abdullah tonight.
Yeah.
How close are you to maybe a decision on where they are in the pecking order?
Yeah, they're definitely making it challenging, right? I mean, we're going to be out with LeQuint, as Direct mentioned earlier. We're going to be out for a little bit, and so we've got to just, we need to see those guys both a little bit more with maybe the first group, this week in practice to be able to get a little bit more evaluation to see, who continues to give us the best chance to both run it, but also the big thing is protection right now, and who can continue to ascend in the protection pecking order, because that's what we are missing right now with LeQuint being out in the current state that we're at. So need somebody to rise in that group, and I'm more so, as great as the running is and all that is, we're really evaluating who can pass protect at a high level for us and be able to give us some meaningful reps.
Liam, how is that Miller and Combs battle going? It seemed like Ventrell tonight showed his physicality, and Combs did some pretty good things in coverage.
Yeah, I think at some point here, we're all gonna understand they're both gonna play. They're both very different players. They both have different skill sets. I think you guys know what those skill sets are and what they're both good at. Whoever ends up being number one on the depth chart is obviously semantics in a lot of ways. I was pleased with Ventrell. I've been pleased with him for over the last few days. I thought he had a good joint as well, but we're going to need both of them. I mean, we're going to need both of those guys to play significant snaps for us within their roles and within how the game on defense needs to be called, and the offenses we're seeing, the situations that we're in. We're going to need them both. So whoever ends up as number one, it's going to end up being a lot of reps from both.
Coach, thank you.
Great. Thank you, guys.